Alright. As I move over to sit down, I'm going to turn the lights off, actually, for this. It has been a while, for me at least, since I last played a video game. It's been about 2 months. It's been about 2 months since I've done anything. And as I said earlier this past summer, August through September and so was going to be very busy for me. And it very, very much was. I have not played essentially anything since the last Kingdom Come Deliverance part back in late July. I actually was recording a second part for that. That is like half recorded. I had to cut that session like an hour early. I don't know how long it actually went. I haven't looked at that file since I recorded it. So this is gonna come out before that. I'm actually debating just not putting that out. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it because it's not like I was interrupted in the middle of recording it, and I'm not sure what its status of, like, what does that endpoint look like? Can I, like, pick it back up and just continue as normal? I'm not sure what the status of that is. If it's salvageable, I'll probably just, like, add in a little, like, hey, I'm gonna have to be cutting this early, like insert myself now, as I am here in the present of late September of 2025, when I recorded that in late July of 2025, and just kind of insert some, like, hey guys, sorry we gotta cut this short, we'll continue next time, blah 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 thing. In any case, hello, yes, we are continuing with Assassin's Creed Valhalla today. I'm not sure what we're doing. I know we were doing the Ireland DLC, the Wrath of the Druids. I have been watching the PlayStation Store for the Siege of Paris DLC to drop to like $10, $15 and not be $25, because I don't want to pay $25 for that DLC because this DLC is $25, and I still feel that that's too expensive for what we are given here. It's a good DLC, but it's not worth that much money. I could literally buy Assassin's Creed Mirage, the whole game, for $20 as a physical copy for the PlayStation 5, which is cheaper than one of these DLCs. So I'm just like, yeah, this is a good amount of content, but this is a good amount of content for like $10. I'd say $10 is like a solid price for what these are worth. Anyway, I don't really remember where we are in this story. It has been 2 months. I haven't played this at all. I don't even remember if where I just picked up now is where I left the camera last time or not. I normally try to check those off to make things a little more visually dynamic per part. But yeah, I found, like, today, I literally just wrapped up doing a theater gig and such yesterday, and I wrapped up what I had to do today, and I'm just like, okay, I have some time where I can just sit down and do nothing for a brief amount of time, a few hours maybe, I don't know, we'll see how long this goes. I have nothing for the rest of this afternoon for myself. That is an important item. No, one at drinking contest. Dano clues, okay. Anyway. Yeah. So, I'm sorry if I sound very scatterbrained. I have had a very busy 2 months. I don't know what we're doing today. And I kind of just want to... First off, let me get my bearings with this. So, what are we doing in the game? King Flan's army is in tatters while Siegfried loses a father and gains a crown. Now Eivor must assist both to honor Berid's final wish. Right. Not to sound shallow or anything, but Berid was the guy who died at the end of last time, right? It's been 2 months and I'm notoriously terrible with people's names. So, he was the guy who died last time, I believe. Great character. I loved his character for the 2 parts we got of him. But, yeah, he died in that fight we had with the... I believe it was Wasn't the army, it was the Celts. That's the thing, it's been 2 months. That's why I'm putting this back in and playing this instead of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm remembering a lot more about Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I haven't played that in 2 months. Ubisoft Connect Core Challenge completed. What is this? Why did I just get a pop-up ad on my PlayStation 5? Okay, don't do that again, please. I literally also just updated my PlayStation 5 because I have not touched it in 2 months, and apparently there was a big update or something for it. So I don't know if Ubisoft snuck in some weird stuff in that. Or there's just some weird functionality with that Sony themselves put in. I don't know. I've been out of the loop on video games for 2 months. Busy. So. Anyway. Right. I remember going around and essentially doing all of the trade posts. Are they all completed? I don't think I completed them all. I might have. Yeah, it looks like I did. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing that that was part of my reasoning for why this feels more like a $10 DLC. When you first get into Ireland, it feels like, oh, it's so big, it's a new place, it's all this, and it is. It's a nice, big, new open area for you to explore with new enemies, new story, all that. There's not really anything else here. There's not really any side missions. There are no, like, side quest stories. There's nothing like that. Like, even the Scotland map had some of that stuff. And that was a free edition. The Asgard stuff has more of that. It's just like, there's nothing here aside from the main story of this DLC, a new map, and a weird version of a trading system that they're kind of parroting off of from the River Raid system. That's my memory of this from 2 months ago, and I believe I went into not a full rant, but just kind of like a mild discussional annoyance talk as a worker. It wasn't really a rant. It was really just like a, hey, this game is worth this much money because this reason, and I feel kind of strong about that. And just thinking about that again, I'm like, yeah, no, that still kind of holds up. And I haven't really thought about this game for weeks now. And thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, no, this is still worth about $10, remembering back on what I played in this. It's nice, it's new, I have like 250-something hours in this game or whatever. Probably close. I think I'm at like 269, 270. I don't know. And even with a new map presented to me like this, with this content, I'm still like, yeah, it's still worth like $10. The base game is crazy expansive for what it is. And right now on the PlayStation Store, it is only $12. But yeah, for the content, the base game content you get for this game is massive. So when you pay $25 at a base price for something like this, you feel a little gypped. It's just like, this is not, this ain't it for that price, man. $10. What's that meme going around right now with Mario? Enter my magical world of fantasy and wonder. Okay, Mario. $100. No, Mario. It's just like, yeah, it's like Nintendo these days. It's just like, they want you to pay like $80 or whatever. This goes for a long, like, Go Steal Your Toy? Go Steal Your Toy comes out soon. And I honestly don't know if I'm gonna get it. At least out of the gate. I might get it for Christmas. Like, as a Christmas gift for my parents or something. I don't know, because it's just like, the game's like $90 or something like that? Hold on. I am looking that up right now. How much is Go Steal Your Toy? I'm gonna get off the side of the road so nobody, like, hits me or anything. Yeah, my searches, okay, yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be like $80-90 depending on where you live. That's crazy. That is utterly crazy to me right now, man. Like, I have the deluxe edition of Ghost of Tsushima for PlayStation 4, the Steelbook edition. I think that only cost me like 60, 70 bucks or something back in 2020. And that was still like the premium edition of that game. You want me to pay like $20, $30 more for a standard edition of the sequel? It's like, what are you doing? I'm well aware, and we're not going to get into like a little too much of a discussion about this kind of stuff specifically regarding video games. I will probably talk about this stuff a bit more in terms of like my film and photography stuff, because oh man, has that been a thing for me to deal with in a logistics sense. My art supply network that I have crafted for the past like 5-6 years just utterly collapsing in the past month. We'll get into that at some point, but and the discussions I've had with people internationally about that. But yeah, for a video game, you know, it's like with this, it's like I paid like $20 for this physical copy of Valhalla a few years ago at GameStop, brand new, and it's been like the most quality value thing I've bought in many years. And I was given my original copy of Valhalla for PS4 from my father because I was not in a great headspace at the time, and he wanted to just do something for me, which, to be frank, was rather rare. So he got me Valhalla, and that made me inexplicably happy. So this game means a lot to me. And seeing just other games of other franchises that mean a lot to me that I don't honestly play too often because I am busy with real life, just be so expensive. It's just kind of nuts. It's like, yeah, whenever I get Ghost of Yotoi, I will dig into it, and I will be obsessed with it probably for a month or so. I don't know. That depends on how good the game actually is. I'm not one of those weird zealotrous consumeristic freaks that's like, oh, I don't like religiously care about Sony or Nintendo or anything. I've grown up with them. I've bought their products. I've played their games. I like some things that they put out. Mario Sunshine is my hot take of like, you know, I grew up with Mario Sunshine. I love Mario Sunshine. I know a lot of people who hate Mario Sunshine. But it's just like, I don't get the whole like broski gamer thing of, you know, and I'm probably jumping all over topics here. That's just how my brain works. I go off on tangents a lot. And I apologize for that. I'm well aware of it myself, and I try to bring myself back to center, but you know. Anyway, I don't understand a whole lot of that whole like why would you suck a company's dick when they don't even know you exist? I don't fully understand that. I don't understand that concept even if they knew you existed. Like, do you have low self-esteem or something like that? I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't have a pill to help you with that. But yeah, I see stuff like I'm bringing this up because I've been seeing it a lot for Ghost of Yotoi, and I see it occasionally for things like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, to be honest. I am a lifelong Sonic the Hedgehog fan. As an adult, I've been a fan of Assassin's Creed. I was not allowed to play these games as a kid or teenager. But I enjoy them, for the most part. There's a lot of bad in them. That's the thing. When you're a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, you know there's a lot of good and a lot of bad in this franchise, and you like it anyway. It's the same with Assassin's Creed in that regard. It's like, there's a lot of great and there's a lot of bad, but you like them both the same amount, kinda. It's kind of weird. So you take things with you take the bad stuff with a grain of irony in a way. I'm pretty sure diehard Elder Scrolls fans do the same thing with their games. I like Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind. I played all the Elder Scrolls games. I wouldn't say I'm specifically like a diehard or like lifelong fan of them, but you know, I've played them through most of my life. I don't know what this discussion is anymore because it's just me kind of rambling about like sociological aspects of like gaming communities and stuff, but you know, here we are. I just started up. I haven't played video games in 2 months and we're off to the races right now. And I am sorry if I am talking a mile a minute. This is how I talk when I am just let loose. So, how long have we been doing this? 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to cut it 5 minutes shorter than normally with this kind of intro. And we're going to try to start the mission. Anyway, my point, what's the words of wisdom today for this? My point is, video games should not be as expensive as they are right now. I understand why they are doing it, but to be honest, that's kind of on those companies for making things, like, they dictate prices. And they're also companies, so they penny pinch. So they can lower the price if they want, but they're not going to, because they're anti-consumer for quite an amount of aspects of things. Like, if it were true of, like, oh, we're making Ghost of Yotoi more expensive, like 80, 90 bucks or whatever and such as a physical copy, you kind of have a leeway of like, yeah, okay, but then why would you keep the digital version, which has no inherent value to it, the same price? There's nothing there to make it that price aside from, you know, the actual production cost of developing the video game itself, which was, if I'm not wrong, that was actually like a big aspect of them trying to push digital copies like 5-6 years ago or something, was trying to make them a little cheaper than the physical copies because they knew that it was cheaper to put them out as digital than as physicals anyway, to try and push digital only consoles like the last generation Xbox SAD edition and stuff like that. Remember that? There's an Xbox One that had no disc drive in it, or the digital only PlayStation 5. It's like they have occasionally, at their own whims, pushed these kind of incentives corporately inside themselves as like, what's the word? Not pursuits, but just like, I guess initiatives is kind of like a word to use for it that is correct. It's just like these programs that they're like, okay, we're going to try and push this digital only thing. We're going to make the physical copy the standard $60, but we're going to make the digital version $50 or $45 or something like that. And they don't seem to be doing that even with this weird trade stuff going on right now. They're kind of bulkheadingly just like, no, we're going to keep everything at a flat high rate and just hope everybody pays for it. In a weird money grubbing kind of way. Even Nintendo. I'm not going to talk about Nintendo today with the weird Virtual Boy and the stuff that they showed off at that Direct that they had recently. Oh, is that a bad Direct? $25 for Donkey Kong Island DLC? Holy shit. That's nuts. It's DK Island, sure, but that's something that during the Wii U era, that would be like $5, dude. That's digital content that's worth nothing, really. And it's not going to really sell any extra copies of the game, to be honest. It's just a perk that you're paying a high premium for. Anyway, where are we supposed to be going? Okay, we're supposed to go back to King's Hall. Did we walk from... We started in Dublin. Holy crap, did we walk through all of Dublin, like, up here to Kells Abbey? That's the thing, I've just been talking and walking. I have not been paying attention to where we're going. Okay, so let it be known that it takes around 20 minutes for you to walk from King's Hall in Dublin over to, whatever that place we were just at. See what I mean by bad with names? Kells Abbey. Right, let's start the game properly.
Eivor! We will march upon Armagh immediately.
This place smells like a brewer's hut.
I will blood eagle the abbot with my own hands. I will blanket the north with the skulls of petty kings.
Enough! If you charge into Armagh like a berserker, they will crucify you like their Christ.
I'm sorry to tell you, my king. The siege weapons you requested are being held by Armagh.
Hail have that abbot. Those weapons were to be a show of the strength of Dublin's new king.
Forget about shows of strength. Cast your fortunes with Flann. The High King will be a powerful ally if you back him now. Where are these weapons coming from? Who is supplying them all?
A shadowy web of pirates run by a druid cult. They roost along the northern coast, looting and trading in equal measure.
These druids, do they call themselves the Children of Danu?
In fact, they do. Led by one they call the Seed. Now that you have their scent, I wish you a good hunt. If there is nothing more, my king, I will return to my shop.
I will gather what forces I can wherever I can, and join them to Flann's. Together we will avenge my father.
You have a strength that comes from him. When you find that, men will follow.
Open the channel, the Children of Danu menu and track down your target. Yeah. Oh, wow, it's giving me tutorials on the Children of Danu when I've already hunted essentially all of them. I'm not sure if I talked about this last time, but in my free time during probably like the middle of July, while I was clearing out the map and all the trade post stuff, I also killed off essentially all of these people who apparently are just like open in the map. That was a weird thing compared to the Templars in the main game. The Templars in the main game, for the most part, you have to do certain things in certain orders for them to appear on the main world map. It very much is quest-orientated in a way. Whereas with this stuff, all of these guys, to my knowledge, are just already in the map, and you can kill them straight up as soon as you land here in Ireland. There's no prerequisites, there's no nothing. They just are there, and you just kill them whenever you want. So, the Seed and then the Oak. Investigate Movilla Abbey on the upper bay of Ulster's eastern peninsula. When in Ireland, the Seed will be found in Dunsverrick Fortress. Whoa, what the heck is this angle? Okay. Dunsverrick Fortress. There aren't too many fortresses in this map. There's Alcrake, or whatever you pronounce that as. Ardmel. Ben Uava. Ballinogal. Movilla Abbey, that's where we were. Dunsverrick, it's this place. Right, we'll go there and just check it out. It said that they're supposed to be there. I've already cleared out that place before. It's going to be a little bit of a walk, so I may as well kind of continue on with what we were just talking about with Ghost of Yotoi and like why it's annoyingly expensive for me. First off, I know money. I grew up in the era when GameCube games were $20 on value racks in a Target, and Wii games used to be $50. Remember those good old days? Brand new Wii games. You want to get Lego Harry Potter for the Wii? You want to get Super Mario Galaxy 2 or 1? $50. My point about me not really caring about Ghost of Yotoi at like $80, $90, first off is the money sense, but also like I also like do other things in real life, not video game centric. That's also kind of why I haven't been too concerned about like not doing anything for the channel for the past 2 months. I've just been, you know, actually existing in my real life. Because this is very much just like a side thing that I do for fun. If this channel took off like a year or two into when I was doing it years ago, like 2020, 2021, if it like took off and like, I have like 1,000 something subscribers by now, I would probably like be doing a lot more to make this like an actual gaming channel or something more serious. For me, this is more just like a fun thing, and if people want to watch it, they can watch it. And that's awesome of you if you are. Thank you, especially if you've been watching all of this for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Anyway. Ooh, I know I haven't been doing this too much because my voice is already starting to feel kind of scraggly. Yeah, I have to pay for a lot of other real things in real life, not video games. So, like, specifically, I'm gonna bring up my art stuff. Like, I do a lot of photography. I do a lot of film and chemical photography. I do a lot of weird stuff that I don't talk too much about on the channel. I bring up, like, in a couple of the Ghost of Tsushima parts, I've brought up more in detail, like, stuff I've imported or people I talk to across the world and such for, like, materials and weird stuff that's out there, and my actual interests in life and what I do as a craft. In the past 2 months, I've been aware of the possibility of this happening since probably the beginning of the year when a certain individual became president of the United States. I'm just like, oh, he might start doing weird trade stuff, and he did, and I was very glad that I thought preemptively on this, because from the beginning of, if you go back and watch some of those Ghost of Tsushima parts, you'll see me talking about importing stuff from Japan and things like that, and Germany and other places, and that was me being very preemptively cautious that de minimis might die. For anyone who's watching who doesn't know what the de minimis rule / trade aspect is in the U.S. and a few other countries, I'm not sure if it's a worldwide thing. I know Japan doesn't really, Japan abides by it, but they don't really do it internationally or something like that, or they didn't at one point. No, it's Europe. Europe doesn't do it. Anyway, yeah, there we have to get. How do we get there again? Oh, it's just a path up. Okay. Anyway, de minimis died at the end of August. De minimis was the standard where you could import and not pay any sort of tariff or tax on things under $800 of value. So, what does that mean? Well, that means anything from anyone in the US importing something that is under $800. So that means, if you're Target or Walmart or your uncle who lives in the house next to you or whatever wants to import $500 worth of paper or paint sets or video games, anything like that, they want to have something of any sort of value like that, they're going to have to pay exponential amounts more to get that into the US. And that happened. I was very hopeful that wouldn't happen, but then that was decided earlier in around the time when I put up the last video was when that died.
Best not to draw attention here.
And all of that started to fall apart on my end, because I've also built up a international art supply kind of network with different people around the world over the past 5-6 years or so, whatever amount of time I've done the research for and talked with people about, and I lost virtually all of Europe, and I lost Japan, and I have maintained one contact in China. Oh, there's a dude coming up over here. Okay. And I do have one contact in Germany, but most of my art supply sources, distributors, for me to get weird stuff that is all over the world, different films, different chemicals, papers, things like that, things for me to make what I craft, a lot of that is dead at the moment, tentatively. It's I still have contact with them. They can't sell me anything. Or if I were to try to buy from them, they're just gonna throw a flat DHL $50 shipping rate at me, which I've done that once or twice before in the past, and I'm not super big on it, because that is an insane amount of shipping cost. So, yeah. It's not fun. It's been very stressful and weird for me to watch all of that just kind of fade away and get email after email of, hey, we're not doing this with the US anymore. We can't sell you anything, blah, 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 blah. It's been kind of weird and stressful because it's kind of like as I've been putting it with people I know in real life who ask me these questions about this kind of stuff because they know I, like, work with this kind of material and all that. They're just like, how weird is it? How's it going? It's just like, well, it's like if you've seen the Simpsons movie, it's like watching the glass dome in the Simpsons movie just kind of seal you in, and you're like, we didn't ask for this, we didn't want this. And whether or not if people who did want this understand what has happened, they probably won't really see the repercussions of this until early next year. Because a lot of companies, alongside with me, and I'm not a company, I'm just an artist, but a lot of companies have been well aware of this as well, and they've been throughout August, they were bulk ordering everything to try and supply them through the holiday season as best as they can. After that, I honestly don't know what trade or, like, anything like that is going to look like next year. I honestly do not know. I'm tired. How long did it take for me to get kind of tired of talking? 30 minutes? Yeah, and of course it's with this topic. It's just like this topic actively upsets me because it's like, yeah, this has been, like, I literally just helped my German contact, like, figure out how to source things to the U.S., like, sell things to the U.S. and ship them to the U.S. safely. They have to go through a proxy in the U.K. that allows them to, without, like, breaking the bank or anything. It still would cost me like $17, $18 to ship things from Germany through them, and it's like a 3 to 4 week shipping time buffer of lag because of the new what's the word? The new, well, procedures, but just like the new regulations with this stuff. So it's just like, I don't know what trade is going to look like next year. And that's the thing, is that for the average consumer, they're not going to be paying attention to this right now because they just buy things at Walmart and assume everything is hunky-dory and fine, aside from seeing the price go up, possibly. I don't know what prices are going to look like. I don't know what inventory is going to look like. I'm very curious. I'm less worried, like, I'm less worried and more just curious of what next year is going to look like, not just in what I do, but in what everybody does with this kind of stuff, like cars, toys, video games, obviously. Just like, how is all this going to, what's the trade world going to look like next year? It's going to be interesting to see how it reacts to all of this. That is set in motion half a year before everybody really realizes what has been going on. And that's also the kind of annoying thing with all this, is that, like, humans are very reactive. They're not very proactive creatures. So they're not really going to fully realize, unless it's explained to them, that the reason X item is not available or X item is so expensive or banned or just, like, discontinued or what have you, why that is the case, because of things that were decided upon like half a year or so ago. So, I don't know. I'm rambling about this. This is just what I've been having to put up with and figure out for the past couple weeks. I'm just, once again, I'm alright with what I have right now in terms of supplies for what I need to do with my art. Mostly because I've been very proactive throughout this year to mitigate that issue early on. I'm kind of tempted just to go Rambo at this point. I think we're just gonna go Rambo.
I'll take you. Hey, what?
Ah, thank you, my friend.
So how's your day been going? This whole trade thing has just put me in a dour mood now because it's just like, yeah, this is the reality we all kind of are living with, but more specifically, I've been micromanaging on my own end.
You're dead with me, brother. I'm going to smash you.
Oh, is this guy like the Seed? I think this is the guy.
No rituals hide an end. So the abbot leads the children of Dana. Both
Oh, that wasn't so hard.
greet him at his
Yeah, I don't feel so bad about just like monologuing about all this stuff now. I'm just like, oh, this was an easy mission. Just walk in, kill the guy, and walk out. Ubisoft, stop it. After I'm done recording this, I need to see about that Ubisoft Connect thing and see if I can disable it. I don't know what that is. It has never shown up before. And this game didn't have an I don't know why that's showing up, really, because this game did not have an update when I, like, updated my PlayStation 5 today. The only two games that had updates was Astrobot and Kingdom Come Deliverance, too. So, I don't know why that's showing up now. That's why I'm blaming the PlayStation 5 update. I'm like, nothing else prompted that to, like, show up. Whatever. We can get out of here.
I should be cautious around here.
So, anyway, if you got anything out of what I was just rambling about my trade empire of arts and crafts, crumbling at the feet of the U.S. mailing system. Just added with the video game thing with Yotoy and just whatever. Just be careful about and be thoughtful about your wallet if you can. I don't know how much money you make. I know how much money I make. But, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, don't just kind of blow it on, like, I don't know, microtransactions and just, like, really pointless stuff. Because that's the thing with things like expensive video games or tariffs or anything like that. That's just, like, kind of like why this is really pointless in the grand scheme of things in terms of, like, spending money. It's like, yes, you kind of have to if you need the thing, but just be mindful of it and try not to just kind of self-help yourself with that. Just be mindful of it and don't break a leg trying to get something that really is not gonna matter to you in like a few years or whatever. I don't know.
What have we here?
Did it really just spawn? Okay, it spawned in a player. I don't really care about that. We're already at like max level. That's a funny thing that actually happened recently. I don't know if that happened on part yet or not. But the skill tree maxed out. I can't really do anything with this anymore, so now it's just giving me tons of mastery points. So, like, I have 7 in these and, like, 8 in Wolf. We're gonna give one to the bear right now. Yeah, it's just constantly maxing out my mastery points now that the skill tree is maxed out. So, in a kind of annoying way, it says my power level is maxed out to 537. I guess that's the max of the base power level. But you keep getting these mastery points, so you don't really know how strong you actually are anymore, because it doesn't really add to your level. It just mildly improves what you have. So I'm not sure how strong we are relative to, like, other enemies or things anymore. We've just kind of hit that top of the roof and going through the ceiling point right now. So the whole level system is now entirely pointless. Yeah, one little other tidbit about, like, oh, well, this guy's complaining about, because I know how the internet is. I've been on Discord plenty. And if I were talking about this stuff, which I actually have talked quite a bit with other people on Discord about this, and they're normally pretty understanding about it, just like, oh, yeah, this actually is how that is. It's just like, yeah, it's great, isn't it? And they're like, yeah, this is gonna suck. But, yeah, it's just like, if it sounds like I'm like, oh, I'm complaining, like, oh, Ghost of Your Toys too expensive, blah, 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 blah. Going back to that weird, like, Sony zealot kind of, for some reason, pardoning them on something that they have full control of as a megacorp, as a multimedia empire. Here's the thing, is like, I have a lot of other things, and I think I started to say something like this, but, like, I have a lot of other things I need to pay for. I am an adult, and there's a lot of other things I need to pay for. So, like, food, gas. Gas is really crazy these days. It's going from, like, $2.30 random. Like, it'll be, like, $2.30 one day, and then the literal next day, it will be, like, $3.50. If you showed that kind of fluctuation to people in 2008 during the recession, they would go... That would be national news for weeks. Because that kind of stuff is utterly insane. But it's so normalized these days that nobody gives a crap. And even I'm just like, I look at that and I'm like, well, I guess it's $4 today, while yesterday was $2. It's just so normalized, it's insane. It's very babushka market kind of stuff. It's just like random and weird. I've researched it. I've spent years. I'm a history major, and what I also do in my arts and such feeds into that, with endless hours of researching like weird market stuff with various countries during various decades of the past, and you see a lot of connections with what's going on now with what has happened with a few other individual countries, which I will not specifically talk about to avoid politics or anything, if you view it as political for some reason and not just humanistic for some reason. On the channel, I generally avoid politics on the channel just because that is stuff that should stay on the news. In my opinion, as Bob Ross would say, if you want to get upset at things, watch the news. But yeah, like I'll give one example of like a weird trade scenario that I have in my hand right now. So, while this was happening at the end of last month, I had to negotiate with a Japanese company that I normally get paper from. I wanted to get some kozo washi, which is some very... if you know what washi paper is, if you don't, you are probably more familiar with washi tape. It's roughly a similar substance. One is literally tape that is made of washi mulberry fiber. And washi itself is washi paper. It's made from mulberry fiber. This one is from the Awagami factory. And I have a contact in Japan who is in contact with them, and I managed to get this through the mailing system via a certain method that is a little questionable, but ended up turning out fine because nobody asked any questions. But it's like I still had to pay like $45-50 for 20 sheets of washi. It's stuff like that. It's like this is already expensive paper, even in like a regular market standard. But that was like, okay, I'm probably not going to be able to get this stuff again for who knows how long. I would like to get one last batch of this for my art before the dome seals us in. So I'm glad as I slap it in front of the mic, I'm glad I have this paper. It's very nice paper, and I don't know when I'll be able to get it again. So it's a small thing, but it's an important thing to me, at least. And that's roughly the half of the price of that video game. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Buy a video game for that full price, or buy something that, in my opinion, is a little more important in a limited sense of like, I don't know when I'll be getting this again, and I need this stuff for what I do for real things. I'm gonna go for the more important thing. So anyway, I think we're done with this topic. Anyway, I have plenty of other topics. That's just one of the hot ones that has been a thing for me. Oh, okay, we're going over here. We're right next to it. I was beginning to wonder, like, am I just wandering aimlessly while rambling again? No, we just gotta go over here. Ooh, pardon me. In more positive news, let's actually try to change the topic here. In more positive news, last month, I went to Mackinac again. And if you have watched this channel plenty enough, then you are well aware of what Mackinac Island is to me, and it is my favorite place in the world. It is an island, if you don't know what Mackinac Island is, it is an island north of the Lower Peninsula here in Michigan, and it is my favorite place in the world. Lovely, lovely, lovely place. I recommend Google imaging it. Look up some pictures. Most of the pictures you see, well, most of the things you'll hear about it and what you'll see about it are the resort tourist trap town, which is a very, very, very nice place, but I'm the kind of guy who actually like goes up into the forest, the primeval woods, and looks at all this stuff, you know, like here in the game. Just untouched nature. And I do my art, I take photos, and just enjoy my time up there. It was such a perfect day up there. I was only up there for one day, and then I had to come back and go back to work again. But it was such a perfect day that the UV radiation burned my face and arms so bad. I didn't feel it until I was leaving on the ferry back to the mainland, and I asked the guy next to me because I'm starting to feel a little like radiated on my face. I'm like, how bad is my face right now? And he's just like, you know, just got a little bit on the forehead. And I look like a fucking cherry when I looked at the mirror in my hotel.
Eivor, come in.
It was such a good day and it was such a perfect day. There was just like a ever so slight breeze. The sun itself didn't feel too hot, but it was so much UV radiation from how clear the sky was. This is very much like an Arizona moment where it's like, it's such a nice day out, but you don't realize you are burning to death kind of day. That it was so perfect. I didn't realize that until probably like 8 or 9 hours into the into it when I was leaving. Like, oh crap, I'm fried like a lobster, and I peeled for like a solid 2 weeks. I didn't start peeling till maybe like 3 or 4 days after that, but my face was a peeling orange for like a solid week or so. So
Sigfrid tells me you've been hunting
I didn't mind it because to me that was just a sign that I had a fantastic day out there.
in the north.
Allies of Amar, providing weapons and other supplies. I've cut them off.
God is truly with us. Owen is weakened and will soon taste God's justice.
Do you have the men to take Amar?
We do, thanks to Sigfrid. He has rallied Vikings from every corner of Ireland.
How did you convince the Norse to fight for you?
I told him of a monastery full of silver to be looted.
Your father would not have made such a promise.
And he would not have raised as many men.
Cannot win the goodwill of the people by destroying their homes or their church.
But, my lord, these men came expecting a raid. If we deny
If
them
I
that...
may,
That's really funny. The other guy on the right is just like, we can't get the trust of the people by destroying the town. And the kid is just like, well, all these men wanted to come destroying things. It's almost like a Monty Python bit.
I think in this case, some burning
My lord,
might
we
be
can't
useful.
burn down the town, but all these men showed up to
We
do
were
it.
attacked at Clough. Owen didn't stop there. He burned Cashelaw as well, to send a message. It is our turn to light up the land with fire and smoke to let the people know that Almar has fallen.
Burn what you must, but keep your warriors leashed. Kill only those who oppose us and
Oh, I
spare
forgot
the
about
church.
you.
As you command, my king.
I forgot your
There's
name.
something else. Abbot Owen leads the children of Danu.
So, the poisoning, the ambush, they were all part of Owen's nefarious schemes. We'll cleanse our mav this unholy filth. Siegfried and I will prepare our men.
There's something weird with
Join me
Flan's
when you're
index finger on his left hand.
Choose a good view, dear poet. It'll be a battle for the ages.
Thank you for not saying anything about
It was almost like a PS2 kind of finger. I don't know what was going on there.
I swear, Eivor, you really are like a hero out of folk tales. Do I have permission to sing your song?
You do. Once I've had a chance to finish it.
Yeah, the rigging and the like mocap in this game specifically is normally pretty spot on, pretty high quality is the word I'm looking for. Through that cutscene, he kept like moving his arm and hand around and such. His like index finger, Flan's index finger, if you look back at it, it was like very rigid and kind of like weirdly stuck in place throughout his animation. I don't know what that was about.
It's good to see you take command. It suits you.
It feels heavy and stiff like this new armor. I envy you, Eivor. When battle is done, you can move on to what you like.
I go where my destiny takes me, Siegfried. None of us are free from that. There are worse fates than being a king.
Our forces are replenished. Thank God's good grace.
Some part of those thanks should go to Siegfried, Lord.
Aye, I'll not forget his role today. He's a good man, but he lacks his father's seasoning.
Then you must show him what it is to lead, Lord. In the court and on the field.
Come, let us flush out this false abbot without delay.
Yes, Owen must answer for his actions. There are fewer defenders than I expected.
All right,
They cower behind their walls. Let's strike while we have the advantage.
we'll continue the random
But remain alert.
catching up
God will guide
after
you
this
right.
fight.
We have no other choice. Breach that gate. The bridge is down.
I mean, they kind of breached it for us for some reason. I don't know what's going on right now. That like this guy just died. Randomly. What is that scream? Oh, are we still doing stuff down here?
Stop right there. God grant me strength. Ah, die!
Am I supposed to help this person get up? Oh, it's you. Come on, kid, get up. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. You just gonna stand in the fire flan? Holy crap. He just took it. He took the whole thing. Nope, he's down. I shouldn't be laughing like that. Oh, God. I need to conserve my voice. He just took the whole thing, though. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, he's fine. He's just, you know, posing in front of it. He's fine. I don't know what we're exactly supposed to be doing. Everyone's just standing around, and there's not really a progression marker. I'm guessing there's another guy up here in this tower that nobody cares to come up and kill. I think that was I borderline want to say that's a bug because this guy did not seem to be aggroed by us being here. So maybe the game just didn't really understand what to do. I don't know. That was weird. Now let's raise the portcullis. Oh, just burn the village. That should be easy enough.
We keep our wits about us. Watch my lead.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here for, like, mission requirements, because the village has been burning, and it's... I think it might be tied to how far Flan has run ahead of us, weirdly enough, because it just went away while he was running past us. I thought this guy was with us for a moment there, but he was Not? Yeah, this seems kind of weird. This is a kind of jank mission.
Right is this surely with us. Work with me. Damn you! Jesus, guide my blows.
Yeah, I'm here with Flan. This is what I mean. It's like join Flan at the inner gate. I'm here. What is this guy doing? What are you guys doing with this guy?
Through that gate.
Yeah, this is a really jank mission. I don't know what's going on here. The AI for the guards is like really not doing so hot with us, and some of the mission markers are just being questionable. But this is what I mean with Assassin's Creed games like earlier. It's like you just kind of accept the jank. It's just kind of a feature.
But remain at the ready.
It's almost like an ironic charm. Open the inner... So I have to get in there. Okay. Easy enough.
Keep on. Are you near? For Saint Patrick. They mustn't breach the gate. We cannot.
He says as I open the gate.
It look too easy. Like the idiot. Press hard. For the abbot of Armagh. These Vikings are crazy.
Yeah, we are crazy. You think we'd be coming in here and doing this if we weren't? Jeez, man. Get down with the 411, my homie. What are all of you people doing here in one spot? Yeah, this whole mission seems kind of borked in some weird way.
I need help with this door.
Flan, how did you get in here?
Give me a hand over here.
Flan, you gonna help? Flan, you gonna help? Flan, you... Thank you. Oh, you still have to have your sword up on your arm while you do it? Yeah, this is a really wank... this is a really wank mission.
You desecrate this holy place with foul corruption. You are a sickness to be purged.
God will be my judge, not you. You act the Christian king, but let pagans and wolves do your dirty work.
Do not preach about playing both sides. I know you lead the children of Danu.
Do you? Then you should know you cannot win. My children are everywhere, even in your court.
Who do you mean?
Kira had the makings of a high priestess, but she was careless. Dabbled with forces she could not control.
Don't listen, Flan. He tries to cloud your judgment.
Small wonder she charmed her way into your court. She's always been attracted to men of power.
You lie, devil.
Love conceals blemish and evil. It's easy to lose sight when you're following a woman's backside.
There's no shame in keeping your hands clean of this filth. Let me do your dirty work.
It's God's work.
Protect your abbot!
I don't know if he was supposed to be difficult or not, but that took like 3 hits.
You shall not let your cattle breed with a different kind. You shall not sow.
This is just a small thing. It's just like, yeah, after a certain point with Valhalla, this is kind of why I like the story so much with Valhalla. It's kind of a Metal Gear situation where the gameplay is very, very fun while you're playing it, but what you remember more about the game is the story, because, yeah, like, I just took out this guy in, like, 3 hits, and now the story's continuing. It's like, I play these games a lot for the narrative and the open-world adventure fun
field.
in two different hands.
Two kinds of seed.
Do not quote scripture to me, devil. May your tongue burn for eternity.
Like, if I want to
while
play
your
this
toes
for the
pierce
gameplay by
jagged
itself, I kind of do that mostly on my own,
From your pagan poetess.
as exemplified by me somehow finishing all of the River Raid stuff, which is like months worth of content.
If she didn't tell you about the children of Danu, what other secrets does she keep?
He tries to poison your mind with his dying words. Lord, don't let them in.
Could he speak truth?
The best liars mix truth with lies. If she was part of that cult, she isn't anymore.
You are right, of course. This fetid air befouls my thoughts. Let us step out into God's cleansing light.
It is a beautiful land.
We are a blessed people.
Word of our victory spreads like fire in a dry field. I couldn't stop all the looting, my king, but I made certain the people were spared.
They will sing of the High King who cleansed the church at Armagh, and the King of Dublin, who fought with honor at his side.
And the hero who came from the land of heroes who helped them win the day.
All will be remembered, the living and the dead.
I'm assuming plot-wise, now that we're probably getting into the endgame of this DLC already, actually. Dawn of the Druids. New quest, Amber Sun. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverances 2's update is finished. Lovely. Yeah, we'll get back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 at some point. I'll see how that part that was incomplete turns out in the editing process. I still have to even look at it because I haven't even, like, remuxed it from OBS or anything like that. It may or may not be a video that does go up on the channel. I'll decide. But I'd like to do a few more parts of it. I'm absolutely not playing through the whole game and beating it, at least for YouTube. That has become very clear with me playing through it a little bit on my own and doing that other part that is incomplete. It's just that is such a massive investment of a game that I would honestly rather play through all of the Assassin's Creed franchise than to play through all of that and, be, like, held accountable for that playthrough. I kind of said that at the beginning of that playthrough in part 1, just like, this may or may not, we'll see how it goes. I like the game itself. Oh, there's Astrobot as well. Lovely. We may or may not get back to... Well, we should be getting back to Astrobot at some point, maybe early. I want to say at some point in the future. I'm not going to hold any dates to that. I do intend on playing more of it. It's just, you know, almost been a year since the last time I've been able to play it. And, yeah. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, we'll do a little bit more of it. I'm not sure how much more of it we will be doing. It is a great game. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's nice to just get lost in that world and enjoy it. My two biggest gripes with it is, and I might have talked about this in that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 part. If not, I might talk about it in that second part that might go up. I'm not sure if I have or not. My two biggest gripes with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the lockpick system has not been fixed since the last time, which is really, really, really a problem, in my opinion, for the PlayStation 5 version. What is that? Oh, it's a torch. I thought it was just something, like, nailed to the post. I was like, what is that? That was the biggest issue with Kingdom Come Deliverance on PlayStation 4 and Xbox, was the lockpicking. The lockpicking is atrocious on consoles, and unfortunately it seems to be just as atrocious in 2 on consoles, which makes treasure chests virtually pointless, in my opinion. Which is also a problem because you do need to lockpick some things in the story progression for the game, it seems. And you can also learn how to lockpick and do things like that, which was a point I was trying to get to in that second playthrough, the second part of the playthrough, if I remember right. It's been 2 months since I've done that, so I'm trying to remember what I was doing then. But I believe I was trying to get to the miller, or the peller, or whoever the baker. I forget. It's not the arrow guy. It's the other, or it's not the blacksmith. It's the other guy. It's like the miller or something. They teach you like how to steal, how to sneak around, how to steal from chests, how to lockpick. There is a way to learn how to do that in the game for progression, but it's like not just a time investment. You need a lot of money to pay these guys to teach you how to do this stuff, apparently. And if you're at the position like I am in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, you don't really have any money because groschen is hard to come by. So I'm not sure if it, like, that's a weird thing, is that, like, people complain about the weird, like, money, like, having to grind for money in a game like Shenmue 3. I thought that was totally fine, just log cutting and doing the fighting tournaments and stuff like that. I love exploring in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but oh my god, is getting money in that game such a pain. One of the most grueling games to try and get money in. Even if you want to say, like, well, you could just go around and killing random citizens out in the woods and stealing their stuff and selling it to the travelers out in, like, the southern part of the map. It's just like, you could do that, but every time you get into combat in this game, you're at risk of your reputation, and you're at risk of literally getting killed by somebody. So it's not really... You don't get a whole lot of groschen out of doing that anyway. It's not really a risk-reward viable thing, at least in my experience with the game. So I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of brutal. In any case, we'll see how Kingdom Come Deliverance goes. Right now, I do intend to finish this DLC. We'll see about finishing this today. I feel like I'm giving my end credits of the video speech right now, but I'm just kind of collecting my thoughts of where we're at with the channel right now. So I do intend on beating this maybe today, and if not today, then the next part. And I want to get to the Siege of Paris to see how that map is and what's going on story-wise with that. I'm not doing the Ragnarok DLC because I've looked into that. That is actually on sale right now as well for $15.99. But it doesn't interest me because it doesn't really have anything to do with Eivor. It's just the Odin-Eivor approximate for the Asgard stuff, to my knowledge, and that storyline is just kind of extra filler. It doesn't mean anything, really. It functionally means stuff to the grander scheme of the Animus and, like the weird backstory with the Isu and the weird deep lore of Assassin's Creed. It means stuff for that. But I've already read all of that, and I already know what's going on with all of that, so I don't need to pay $16 to play a extra, like, 20-hour DLC that is gonna be nothing but filler for me. I don't care about the Ragnarok DLC. It does nothing. I'm playing this right now because I enjoy the real-life, quote-unquote, aspects of where Eivor is, like, exploring Ireland, having a fun narrative in Ireland. I want to go to Paris with Eivor. I want to have a fun narrative with Eivor in Paris. That's why I'm continuing this. Is like I like Eivor is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed characters. So it's just like I just want to see what weird, wacky adventures we go on with this guy and explore these new areas. Yeah, I just love this game. That's why I'm playing it. When we do get done with this as a whole though, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we at some point, once again, it's like I'm not sure when we're going to get to it, either around release time or maybe not around release time, maybe around the holidays into early next year, we'll be getting into Ghost of Yotoi. I would like to play it around release, but I have a feeling it's not going to happen. I have a feeling it's going to be much more of an early next year kind of thing around the holidays. But aside from that, I do intend to at least try a different or a couple. I've been having the thought pretty much since the last time I played this that since we're getting into the end game of this game specifically, after it's been going for a few years now on the channel, to test the waters of a few different Assassin's Creed games. This is not specifically an Assassin's Creed channel by any means, but once again, as I stated, I just enjoy the games. So, Ghost of Yotoi, maybe trying out a few different Assassin's Creed games. I might do that on my own, just play the beginnings of a few different Assassin's Creed games and then kind of pick the one that I feel like, okay, this will probably hook me for the period of time of whatever it is. It might be Mirage, it might be Syndicate, it might be Black Flag. It's not going to be 3 because we've already played through 3 on the channel. It might be Odyssey. I have Origins and Odyssey, but they're on my Xbox One, so I would probably rebuy them for the PlayStation 4 to play on the PlayStation 5. Just because I do not care to set up all new settings for the PlayStation, well, the Xbox One with my current audio and text setup. Because Xbox is annoying, and it does actually require different settings. I learned that years ago trying to do this with Xbox. Looks like we're going to be walking again for a little bit. So yeah, there will be some sort of new Assassin's Creed thing after the DLC for all this is done. And that might be next year. I don't know. I don't know when we're going to get done with all of this. We still have the Paris stuff to do. We might even do like another part of just the Asgard stuff. I don't know. But there will be more at some point, probably next year. If somehow I bulldoze through the rest of this and somehow the Paris DLC is on sale for like $10, $15 and I buy it and we bulldoze through that all through this year, then maybe we'll get to it this year. I don't know. Unlikely. I don't expect that. Okay, we gotta go north. Trying to think, what else was I doing on the channel? That's the thing, I haven't really done too much with the channel this whole year, just because of the Pewdle story stuff. And being just generically busy with real life. Oh no, oh, okay, I thought the game crashed for a second there, okay. for me, this whole year has just been the Pewdle Story and Panto Story year, in terms of video games. Quite honestly, the Pewdle Story stuff took months and months and months to work on. I'm glad that the few people who did watch it so far have enjoyed it. That was a lot of work, months of countless hours of days to just put that thing together. A lot of research, and I'm honestly kind of just glad it is on YouTube, because that's another thing with certain types of videos I like to make sometimes, is like, I'm glad that if I were looking for a video about this kind of stuff, or information about this kind of stuff, everything that I would be interested in or want to know is pretty much in that video. Everything from the weird web flash storybook that is now dead at the very end, all the way through like some of the backstory, the translation, everything about that. The lore. So I myself am very happy with that video. All right, this place.
Tis done.
Here are your blood-soaked bits of amber.
I felt them die, each by each.
What are you,
Boil
a
these
Jedi?
shards. Make your potion.
I shall. I've been preparing for this since we met.
You spoke of great power.
The spear. You'll have it in your hands soon enough. Once you defeat Valor.
You said nothing of this.
The spear.
Surely you remember Valor. He is heat, drought, a scorching sun come to earth.
I know of no such creature.
Many heroes fell to him, but Woden would not. The lance called Gay Bullock pierces his flesh. This
Gay
is where he
Bulge?
is weak. Are you ready to fight him?
So we have to wrestle with some fighter to obtain the gay bulge. All right, let's fight.
Let me drink.
Drink deeply. You'll remember. Valor is ancient.
Oh, are we gonna be
He
Odin?
is chaos itself. Defeat him, and the spear is yours.
The spear, you mean as in terms of the penis? I'm not sure what you mean, miss. This is turning very gay. We're still in on this, but this is not what I expected for the end of this DLC. Whoa, what's with your teeth, Eivor? You look like a vampire.
I have waited for you these many centuries.
Oh, that's not a gay bulge. Okay.
I have come for your power.
Oh, this guy looks pretty sick. He looks like a Dark Souls or Elden Ring character. Yeah, he looks like an Elden Ring character. Holy crap. This is really weird. You don't see anything like this in this game. Can I tackle him? Nope. I was wondering, can that work? Oh, he hits us for nothing. This is gonna be easy.
And the wrath of this, I will scorch you to cinders.
Okay, he's some kind of Triclopsian demon? He does no damage to us. Once again, it's like, really cool fight. We're too powerful for this. The gay bulge. Oh. Asfin.
What have I defeated? I must speak to Deirdre.
I like to imagine the cat just saw us tripping out there and then suddenly conjuring that spear. Just utter bewilderment. Okay, she's not here. Where is she? Over here.
I felt you would prevail.
It was an unusual contest.
The spear, Gay Bullock, is yours for crushing the children of Danu and defeating Balor. Kira will be pleased the Danu have been quenched.
She fights hard for those she calls true droids.
Keep the spear close, Eivor. I sense a great battle ahead.
Ragnarok.
Deirdre.
Slán, Eivor. Slán.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the main campaign of this DLC is done or not. Maybe it's like a bunch of branching main stories. Because whatever we're about to start right now has not really been super relevant to the main story that we've been doing, but it is its own, like, separate main story plot, I guess.
Why, hello, Eivor.
Azar, is everything all right?
Yes. No, it will be, once that bastard is dead and hanging from my rafters as sausages.
I believe I know who this is about.
Konstantinos has come to Ireland. Yesternight, his ship pulled into the bay.
I will deliver you his head.
Your offer is appreciated, Eivor, but not necessary.
He threatens our trade, does he not? I protect my greater interest, and provide my partner a service.
Very well, but do not deprive me of my revenge. Bring him back to me alive. Always a pleasure.
I like that word, yesternight. Yesternight. Whatever happened to words like that, yesternight? That's a good word, I like it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna say that to someone at like a gig or something randomly, and they're just gonna be like, what the hell is that word you just used? It's yesternight, you know? It's just like, oh, become yield English. Alright, so what are we looking for? We're looking for this guy. He's apparently here. Oh, he's in the church. That's convenient.
What has happened?
They have summoned Flawn. I hope he shows soon, if only to end this bickering.
Oh, this might be the other story quest that I wasn't gonna start. Okay, let's see where this goes.
Speak.
Lord, there has been much deliberation these last few days. News of Owen has spread like a mountain fire.
The people are frightened. We are unsettled, to say the least. A trusted abbot unveiled as a pagan conspirator.
The Druids have permeated the church at the highest level. There's no telling how far down it goes.
Something must be done. We must rid them of this land. Begin an inquisition.
How dare you speak like this? Owen acted alone.
He belonged to a sect. There are others like him. Do you deny it?
I do not deny it. But then you will speak only of the children of Danu.
A weed that grew from Druid roots. If we allow it to thrive, how can we ever be certain this will not happen again?
Flom, I do not like what these men are implying. Do not entertain this.
You would presume to tell your king what to do. You, who share those druid roots. You even know this sect by name. Perhaps, like Owen, there is more to you than meets the eye.
Bastard!
Enough! Speak to her like that again, and rats will sup on you. Alive.
Apologies, my king. Poetess. I do not mean to cast suspicion, only to draw a very real comparison. We do not know from where the next threat will come, and we cannot simply hope that it will not come. We must put aside our differences and come together as Christians if we wish to preserve an Ireland under God.
Flan, if you do this...
I know well where you stand, Kira. Are there any others who wish to speak?
I will. This gathering shows us something very clear. That there is solidarity in this cause. If we do nothing, the weeds will continue to sprout, leading to unrest across the kingdoms. But if we act, begin an inquisition, it will lead to unity this land has sorely lacked.
These are my people, Siegfried!
And there are those within who threaten the very fabric of this land. Can you really stand there and defend them?
Anyone else?
Oh, geez. We are given a voice in this. Okay. An inquisition would work. I don't trust with any of this. I honestly don't know where this plot is going, and I don't agree with any of this, but I'm curious as to where it's going, so I'm just going to say nothing. I'm just the dude from another country here to see what's going on.
Kings are all in agreement. There is but one move to make.
We will launch an inquisition. Every druid will face a choice. Reform.
Okay, so what I did before with Eogan was not the end of the story. This is just it. Okay. I have a feeling that even if I said no, it would give me the same cutscene of it doesn't matter because they outnumber me. This game has quite a bit of that.
Set off for her house, just down that road. Looked mighty upset.
This game has a lot of that where most of the time when you're given some sort of vocal like, I don't like this, it doesn't really matter because the game already has a plot and there's not much deviation for that plot. There's a lovely, lovely, massive pile of flowers to jump into.
Kira,
Get out! Leave me be!
what is this? What are you doing?
Flan, spineless fool. What was he thinking?
He saw an opportunity to unite the kingdoms. He seized it. It is what any king would do.
Do not defend him.
I am not. But consider what would happen if he ignored these allied kings.
You're right to be upset. But you know Flan best. This was not a decision he made lightly. Let us go back and talk with him. If anyone can convince him to reconsider, it is you.
Oh, I will. Whether he wants to or not.
What?
I am sorry, Eivor. I cannot let them erase us.
Pocket sand.
Eivor! Can you hear me? Eivor! Are you alright? Did you see Kira? I expected her here. Eivor? Oh.
What in the hell?
What is that? I think it's Kira. It must be. I do not know what she's trying to do, but she's angry.
I think she's a little more than angry.
It may be too late for that. She said she would not let you erase the druids. What means would she use? The Leah Fall.
We're gonna pause right here for a second. This game is, for the most part, fairly grounded in reality for a lot of it, and then there are weird, magical, mystical parts throughout and such. To have something like this is... this is insane. This is insane. Okay, I guess we are entering the endgame of this DLC story then, huh?
The Leah Fall. I think she will try to use it to stop you. It is an ancient part of her lineage.
Yeah, we're at the end game, I guess. I'm assuming we're going to a final boss battle up there against Kira? Okay. Sierra?
There's no simple decision. By choosing one, you betray the other. Choices that weigh heavily require ample time to reflect if you are to find the best outcome.
I acted rashly. I listened to frightened men, Eivor. Men whose loyalty I hungered for.
Clear your head, Lord. We're nearly there.
Okay, we're going off to Mordor to fight Sauron, it looks like. What in the what? This is amazing, but really out-of-pocket wild. Because magics like this are not super common in the story. Like, in the main story campaign, it's not super common. This would be like as if Eivor himself went to Asgard in the Asgard dream sequences, and it wasn't like some weird interpretation of Odin. This is just wild. That is also a fantastic visual. Yeah, I'm assuming we're going there to have some sort of... I like how there's still, like, all the regular, like, enemy knights and such and Celts just walking around like it's a regular day out here. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of final fight up here. I didn't really expect to beat this this DLC story today, but I'm alright with it. It means we can move on with other things sooner. This is I will put it frankly, this is awesome. Like, look at this. This is nuts.
Leave. Leave now.
Kira!
You want to rid the world of us? I'll rid it of you.
Oh god, she's going Super Saiyan.
Where is she?
Oh dear. Your sword, Flan. Stay close to me.
Eivor, what do we do?
We fight!
It's them or you! Now fight! They will not listen! Kira has taken their reason somehow! Defend yourself! do! This is too far! Listen to him, Kira. There can be peace between us.
Keep your guard up.
Kira! Where are you? Kira!
Long.
I will raise the stakes. How about the king's blood on your hands?
Eivor!
Wow, I got him in a simple combo and that was
enough,
it.
Kira. Surrender now.
Nothing but a ruthless raider. Hollow inside. You speak of honor. Where is yours?
You know.
With Varith, his son, another pawn in this endless war.
He is my blood.
Ah, yes. And you will throw away all reason to defend what you are sworn to. I am no different. My people will live to see tomorrow. If it means I have to kill you today.
Two tackles. It only took 2 tackles.
You
Wow.
are unrelenting!
Yes, we're a total beefcake. That's insane.
Do as you must. As will I.
Is there a round 2, or is that it? I think it's a round 2. Okay, thank you. I'm so glad there's a round 2 because it's still going to be an easy end battle, but yeah, 2 tackles and that being over would have been insane. You know, it just took 3.
I bathe in battle lust. Now
I told you I would never see the Druids into darkness. Why pretend to be my ally?
I pretended nothing. I thought. I hoped you could be better. Better than Owen.
Don't compare me to that demon!
No? Look around you. You set in motion what the children of Danu hoped you could. You became the vessel for their plot.
I always have been. After Mother died, I became the last. The last who could awaken the Leafal. Never did I think I would use this gift so foolishly.
What now?
It ends. Owen, the children of Danu, they only exist in pursuit of the stone's power, and I am the key to unleashing it. You must kill me. Kill me, Eivor.
Okay. Yeah, this stone here, like, it was shown in an earlier part of the plot. I'm not really aware of this being... This is kind of weird to me because I understand everything that's going on here, but she's talking about this stone being, like, the whole point of the children of Danu and, like, what they've been searching, like, what they've been... The main core... It's their super laser. It's their super laser to destroy the world and do whatever they want to do, and, you know, it's the, what's the word? It's the MacGuffin. It's the MacGuffin of the children of Danu, and it is only being brought up here now at the very end during the final boss fight, and it's trying to present itself as something that has been relevant through the whole story, and it kind of hasn't. So I'm a little confused on that. Maybe I'm just misremembering from 2 months ago. I don't remember it being anything special. It was just kind of a cool location.
If I die, Tara's power dies with me, and there will be nothing left to lead my people astray. The old ways will return. Let me do this. Let me save them. Please.
The this is a sacrifice that would honor your gods. I will make it swift.
Thank you.
Prepare yourself.
Just slash her across the throat. That's all you did, dude?
No!
It is what you wanted, Flawn. The Leah Fall can never again be used for harm. She did not die for nothing.
I will make damned sure of that.
Are you gonna cut it down? What is hitting it with your sword? Oh, what? Okay. I'm gonna stop asking questions at this point. It's just magic.
I'm so sorry.
It's just magic. All right.
How are you feeling?
Bruised, battered. But I'll live. Though it'll take some time to reclaim my pride.
It took a lot not to kill you.
If you wanted to, that was your chance. I suppose at the end of all this, it's safe to call you a friend.
See to it that Sigfrid's reign is long, and you shall never know me as your enemy. Have you met with the other kings? I take it that is why you've come.
I have. The Inquisition is buried. High King is a leader to all who share in his land. You helped me see that. My only regret is not having understood it sooner.
You work to secure a future for all. Kira would be pleased with this outcome.
I know there is much that awaits you in England, Eivor. But you can set your boots in Ireland anytime you please.
Farewell, Flawn. Until we meet again.
What do you think my father would make of all this?
Barneth wanted to ensure the Dublin he left you could stand upright on his own two legs. And while he could not see it through, he would be proud you did.
I will never forget what you did for my family.
Our family, Sigfrid. Keep well. And may your father's Huga be with you always. It's well with me.
Okay. We didn't even do that other side mission line with, what's-her-face that we kind of started. Ireland's Deliverance. Oh man, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Quad challenge completed. Ubisoft Connect experience collected. Stop it. Ubisoft, quiet. You hush. I don't know what that is.
Thor lends me strength.
So what was that other thing? I'm not seeing anything on the map, really. Yeah, I just straight up don't see... Is it in the quests? An eye for an eye. Constantios? Does it only show up if you're using the tracking marker? Or is it like somewhere else? Because once again, I'm not seeing it here. Whatever it is, it's in Ireland. His boat can be found in Dublin Bay. It is located between Dublin and Lambay Abbey. So he's just out here somewhere. Alright. We'll take a look at that. I actually want to do 2 side things first. How many are there? 1, 2... Is it just 2 duels? I want to do these duels first. Yeah, it looks like it's just 2. I want to do these, see what they're about. At this point, I kind of want to wrap up Ireland as itself. So the main story's done. We're going to get to whatever that other side mission thing is. But I also want to do these 2 duels. Since they're pretty much the last things that I care about in this map, we're not doing the cairns that are left here. I've done all the ones on my own that were alright. The ones that are left over here just kind of suck, the same way they do in the main map. And all the trade mission stuff's done, so it's just kind of cleaning house right now.
Hey, stop that!
Down Patrick Head. Eivor, you really don't want to, like, grab onto overhangs, really, do you? Well, you kind of do. You can glitch through them, that's fine. It's a feature. Alright, we're at the top. Who are you, my good man?
to send these sun-bleached bones to the bottom of the sea? Do you have the courage to face one thrice cursed by fate?
Salt-licked soldier. You've lived here for some time.
I call to Njord, Lord of the Sea, till my throat bleeds with grief. But he only sends fish and other things to sustain me. And now you have come.
Why do you complain to Njord like this? And what has it to do with me?
I scorned the gods, and was pitched into the sea for my arrogance. Thorgest thought me dead, and sailed off into legend.
The old king of Dublin. That Thorgest.
Send me down into Njord's cold embrace. I can't simply give myself to the waves. Will you give me an honorable death?
You will sleep with sea serpents this night.
I will not make this easy. I must earn this death.
Oh, do I have to wait for this guy to, like, get ready?
I pledge this death to Njord.
Yep.
Your death. Whoever falls first. Ah! This is like when I fought at Thorgest's side. At last. Fisher once told me I would find peace near the sea. Yet no, another sad survivor of Thorgest's crew still walks.
New quest, Thorgus Dranger. Okay, there's something more to that. Wait, first off, let me double check that we have everything that is, like, of value here. I don't really care to climb this whole thing again. We got some pants. Alright. Let me take a look at whatever that quest is first. Thorgus, storied Viking of Ireland, led a battle-hardened crew. 2 of them survived, both seeking entrance to Valhalla. Oh, there's more of them. Okay. Is one of them the guys that we're gonna see up here, maybe? I'm not sure. It might be the other... It might be this guy as well. We're not really being given, like, a marker for it. And I can't remember, honestly, if I might have fought somebody already out in the map somewhere. I want to say I have.
I feel stronger already.
So I brought up Mackinac earlier. That was a great trip. Another recent one, this past weekend, actually, for me. I was back in Chicago again, and I went and saw Nature TV, a band I've brought up a couple times on various videos throughout the years. I have been a fan of their music for many years. They're a rock band of sorts. They're pop rock from the UK, and they were visiting. They're on an American tour at this moment. I think they're wrapping up in Los Angeles right now and are about to go back to do a small tour through October in the UK or Ireland or somewhere. I'm not sure. They're going back across the pond. And fantastic concert. The pre-band was Pretoria, which I vaguely had known about. They're a band from Grand Rapids, Michigan, that has recently moved to Chicago. So it was kind of funny to see a Michigan rock band, like, in Chicago, because they are now in Chicago. I recommend both of them. Pretoria's more kind of pop. They're pop rocky, but they have some kind of more punk aspects to themselves. And, they wouldn't be out of place in, like, a Tony Hawk video game. So if you like music that sounds like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack, a few, not all of them, but a few of their tracks are kind of like that. I would highly recommend the song on their new EP called, the song is called Laundry 2. That very much sounds like a game straight out of Tony Hawk. My personal favorite from them would probably be My New Room on the same EP that Laundry 2 is on, or let's see, there's a couple. Certainly is a single that I really like, and Black Glass is another one that I really like. They played a lot of them at the concert, so it was really nice to hear them. They're a good bunch of dudes. They all seem to be around the same age I am. And Nature TV was fantastic. Sold out show. Absolute. They did like 7 encore songs. It was nuts. And then I got to meet Guy and Josh. Guy is the vocalist / guitarist, and Josh is the bassist. I got to meet both of them after the show. They were awesome. So it was really nice to meet them. And that was a kick-ass show, in my opinion. I'll also add, listen, it was a kick-ass show that had a great crowd with it, and in a rare turn, I didn't see anybody have to get pulled out. I've been to a lot of smaller band concerts and just various concerts in Chicago and such for bands that I enjoy. And normally there's at least one instance of somebody getting pulled out of the crowd because of either they, like, there's an incident or something, or they OD on something at some of these concerts because people can't keep their habits at home. You know, somebody falls on the floor and they need a bouncer to take somebody outside. That kind of stuff. This concert didn't have any of that, luckily enough. So I was just like, oh, this is actually just like a really nice crowd. Nobody's coming here to do shit that's really pointless to do at a concert instead of just, you know, enjoying the band and the music. So that's really nice. That was really nice.
Have you lost your wits? Why berate a man long dead?
Like, even at the Vansire concert I went to back in March, there was still an incident of that. Somebody, like, passed out for ODing or something. It was really just, like, a lot of these people who go to, like, indie band concerts, they just bring their bad habits with them. And it's just like, dude, it's not supposed... You keep that at home. Let people have fun at the concert. If that's your way of having fun, keep that at home. That's not... You don't bring your bad habits to places like that.
You have suffered mightily. You deserve a seat next to Odin.
Let it be so.
Okay, so you have to get ready too. I think this is the last one then, unless a third one pops up because I've defeated this one. Why is it not letting me tackle? Oh yeah, it's straight up just like not letting me do the tackle attack. Okay.
Well done, stranger. I am the last and largest of Dorigist's Drengar.
Okay, so this was the last person. Okay. This was a short little weird mini quest then. I am A-okay with that. Decked out. Dublin Champion Armor. Okay, so we're gonna go to the docks of Dublin, and then I guess we're gonna try and figure out how this is gonna work. Finding this guy. Oh no, we're not done actually. There's more. Okay, yeah, there's something else here.
Let's go.
I have no idea what we're walking into.
No need for this.
Find and loot Thorgest's body. Oh, this is a weirdly morbid way to end.
The mighty Thorgest. A fitting remembrance.
Just his shield. That's a heck of a way to end a whole quest line after fighting a bunch of people. Looted random dead body in a lake. Why is battle music playing? Maybe it's just a custom thing for being around here. I don't know. Yeah, the Chicago trip, I've talked plenty over the years about like my trips to Chicago and such. Surprisingly, nothing weird happened. Normally there's always like one really, really weird thing that happens on the trip, either be it during the traveling. Normally it happens during the traveling at some point, be it on the loop or on one of the trains or anything like that. Walking around the city. Nothing happened, which is really, really nice. The weirdest thing that happened, I want to say... Yeah, what was there anything that weird that happened?
Run up the sail.
Yeah, there was one lady on the... Was it the Adams and Wabash? It was either the Washington and Wabash or Adams and Wabash station in the loop. She was very clearly either on a shit ton of coke or on a lot of meth. And she was asking people for money. And she asked me for money. I don't carry cash with me. But I think that was the weirdest thing. I think that was the weirdest thing. Yeah, so this guy's just, like, out here, apparently? Like, is it that boat? His boat can be found in Dublin Bay. It is located between Dublin and Lambay Abbey. I'm assuming it's this. Yep, it's this.
The white-haired one must be Constantino. Go, Sunan.
It's a nice night out, isn't it? Alright, that seems to be the last dude.
can't walk.
That is the idea. One time that
twice cursed harpy should have been
Oh,
long
wow.
dead.
Oh, that was
Save
interesting.
your insults
Okay.
for your reunion.
We saw the horse get... We got to see the horse load in as a horse and become the unicorn. Magical. Oh, we're not going to be viewed as, like, kidnapping him if we walk into the city with him like this, are we? Please tell me no. Please tell me no. Just break through, horse. Make a hole, make a hole. We got a special delivery. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. Where the heck is he supposed to... Okay, just take him here, I guess. Bring him inside.
I'd hoped to finish you this time.
You were always careless.
At least I took your eye. And your brother, the sniveling sop. Along with your loud bitch of a screaming mother. Come on, have at it. Let's end this quickly.
Quickly? Oh no, no, my dear Constantinos. This will last a very long time indeed. Why else have I sharpened so many implements? I will unmake you tenfold for what you've done.
You make a sorry Cyclops. Damn you to hell!
Alright, have fun, kids. Have fun. Just do whatever you're gonna do in there. I'm gonna go back in there. Is he dead? Can't see anything. No, but there's a note. That's a note from Barad. Like, I see chains here on the wall. Like, this is where you would string someone up to do weird torture stuff. I don't see any, like... I don't see any, like, secret doorways into a basement or anything. And there isn't much of an attic. So, I don't know what she did with him. Maybe she ate him. I don't know. Is that it?
Ah, my business partner.
Azar, what of Constantinos?
Hogs feed on his bits.
Oh, so you did just straight up kill him. Okay.
Peace? No. But the world is a better place. Drumlish has joined our trade network. Their dyed cloth is among the finest. They are able to produce the 7 royal colors.
Where I come from, dye is used for tattoos.
In Shiraz as well. Here, Drumlish cloth will brighten any heart. Another time.
I have a feeling that might be it for Ireland, then. Yeah, there are no main quests anymore. Okay. We seem to be done with the Wrath of Druids DLC now. Okay, we're done with the weird little mini side... Like, the only weird little mini narrative side quest in the DLC with the guys you can fight, the random challenges. That seems to be it, and the main story's done, and helping her with that dude is done, and... Alright, let's we're done with the DLC. See, this is what I mean. It's just like, it's great, but it's not it's not worth that much in my book. So I highly recommend this DLC for $10, $10 or $15. Do not pay the full price. I'm gonna assume it's similar with the Paris DLC. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I hope that there's more narrative to that when we get to it. And I also would like to start playing a few more games again for the channel when I get the time. It's funny because I started this DLC and then I played Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. Like, I was playing a fair little bit amount of video games at the end of, like, mid-July into late July. And then all of that immediately stopped after I played that last Kingdom Come Deliverance part, which I still have to edit. And see if that gets put onto the channel. So that would be after this, even though it was shot months ago at this point. But yeah, I would like to play some more stuff. And we will see what that stuff is as we continue now into the fall, because it is also now the fall. The summer is over for 2025. So, thank you for watching Assassin's Creed Valhalla's Wrath of the Druids DLC. We will continue next time in Assassin's Creed Valhalla with the Paris DLC. And see how that is. And other things, like I talked about last time, like I had recently just gotten Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I want to do more of that. I also got the Stanley Parable at the same time, the Ultra Deluxe Edition. The Ultra Deluxe Edition. Enunciate. For the PlayStation 5 as well. So at some point in the future, I'm gonna guess more towards November. I'm just gonna throw that out there. My brain's like, when am I gonna be in the mood to play Stanley Parable Deluxe? Probably in November, maybe early December, don't know. That might be subject to change. I might not even touch it this year. I don't know. I'm doing this as I please. I'm having fun with it. But, yeah, there are some other things. I still would like to play that Snufkin Memory of Moonman Valley game. I got that earlier this year, and I still have not touched it. But yeah. Until next time, thank you for watching, and have a good night. Don't pay too much money for things that are not worth it at their initial value, is what my words of wisdom right now are. Wait for things to be on sale, or for them to be gifts. Pay for things that matter to you in the moment. And or might be unavailable in the current economic sphere. You may be not available next year or the year after, or who knows when. Because times are weird right now. And you probably watching this are well, if you've watched this far, are well aware of that enough in the current things. Unless you're in a country that's maybe not America. I don't know how things are going on in the rest of the world. I hear we're living in weird times. Listen to the Strange Times song by Gorillaz that they put out a few years ago. That's kind of what we're at right now. Anyway, enough rambling on my part. Thank you for watching. Things will get better. And have a good night.